Ayan. Okay, good evening. So that's art. So what? Okay? So what is art? Specifically for functions, relevance, and significance. So I'm not an artist. I don't know how to appreciate art. I don't know how to assess art. I don't know how to create art. You know? So, ayan yung most of the time or most of you na masasabi. So some of you may have this dilemma in mind. However, for others, they may have a glimpse of what art means to them because they may be skillful at some techniques. They know some of you ay marunong mag-drawing, marunong mag-painting, ano. So we have our different individualities where pumapasok yung art. But have you ever had this lingering curiosity about how and where does one begin to study art? In this age of Instagram and Facebook, it is very easy to come across a work of art which is made, remade, or reused to fit a certain purpose or value. You must have pressed that like or love button as you deem a graphic post so relatable. Bawa doon ay may broken heart, di ba? May mga post sa Facebook tapos may broken heart, then ikaw ay nag-break kayo ng partner mo, broken-hearted ka, so share mo yun. So maybe one of na ginagawa ninyo, ganon. So, it means, di ba, na-appreciate nyo yung art. It so happen na iba lang yung pagbibigay ng meaning ninyo when we say the word appreciating art. Okay? Pero, there are times talaga na even the small things or doon sa small details na akala natin hindi, pero yun na pala. Okay? Malay nyo, si crush nyo, or may mga taong nagpapararamdam sa inyo, akala nyo, yun, hindi na, pero yun na pala. Or siya na pala, na. So, kidding aside, so YouTube offers lots of tutorials and techniques for painting, calligraphy, watercolor, and etc. or many more. So, lots of young artists have been exposed to a wide range of art techniques because of the YouTube or because of them, because of the bloggers or content creators. So art and information is now within our reach. So there are so many sources available to learn from. Example, so search nyo sa internet, how to create origami, how to paint, how to, and so on. Ano? So lalabas na agad. So there are so many sources available kung paano nyo sila ilo-learn or kung paano nyo sa matututunan. So the downside of those quick information is that it is very scattered. Ano? We do not know which to prioritize and are unsure if we are getting the right information. Kasi syempre, kaya nga siya steps. Kaya nga siya procedure. Ano? So, even the small things, yun muna yung i-appreciate natin. Then, palalim ng palalim. Kumbaga, as a teacher, lots to hats. When we say lots, lower order thinking skills to higher order thinking skills. So there are times talaga yung mga mabilisan na nakuha, mabilisan ding mawawala. So dapat mga bagay-bagay pinaghihirapan natin. Okay? So we don't know kung anong ipa-prioritize or kung tama ba yung kinukuha nating information. Okay? So art appreciation, on the other hand, is a discipline offered in an academic setting but probably less likely to be consumed here in our country. However, it has one strength, its premise being in the academe. So that's the reason why you study arts appreciation. Actually nga dati ito ay humanities, yung teacher namin dati sa humanities. So naging syempre nagbabago ang ating curriculum. So nagbabago yung subjects, ito ay ibinababa from CHED Then, i-update natin yung ating curriculum. Magpapasa tayo ng papers from CHED. Magpapasa tayo ng papers galing dito sa PLSP, papunta sa CHED. Then, approve na yon. Then, tsaka natin i-offer. Ano? So, hindi siya bigla-biglang aalisin at magdadagdag. So, nasa due process. Okay? So, to direct our often ambivalent feelings toward art, let us learn and discuss it, from which I believe is a good starting point for you na pag-aralan natin ano yung art or yung art kung paano ba siya i-appreciate. So, do you agree ano do you agree with the assumption that our generation today is called the anxious generation? Though ako ay hindi nyo ka-generation kasi kayo ay Gen Z. Tama? Pero ako, 1998, so kami ay millennials. Then yung mga mas ahead pa sa amin ay tinatawag na baby boomers. Ayun siguro basta. Na-joke lang. Basta yung mga mas ahead sa akin kasi sa amin, kasi 1998 ako, so I'm 26 years old. Then yung mas ahead pa sa amin or mas senior pa sa amin. I mean, when we say senior, yung mas ahead pa sa amin. Ano? Ayan. So, hindi naman totaling senior na senior citizen. Hindi. Yung mas ahead pa sa amin ng age. So, sila yung tinatawag na baby boomer. So, when you talk to those who were born during the age of baby boomers, most of them would probably describe a life formed out of simple choices to make. Ano? Yung kanilang time kasi, yung go to school, they study hard, they work, and they get married, and that's all. Okay? However, the times today pose a stark contrast to such simplicity. So we have never been so detached from the primary values of our humanity. We are often distracted by illusions and ideal lives that the internet age suggests. So talagang yung modern age natin, and especially yung pagbabagong nagaganap sa ating society, kaalinsabay ng pagbabagong nagaganap sa ating technology, okay, ay talagang nababago ang lifestyle ng isang tao, nababago yung values ng isang tao, napapadali yung mga human needs, especially the AI. So, walang masamang gumamit ng AI, pero kumbaga parang dun sa mga ginagawa natin, lahat ng masama ay lahat ng bawal ay masama, something like that. Though hindi naman bawal yung AI, it so happen na hindi lang natin ginagamit ng ayos. Okay? Pero ang AI ay talagang makakatulong sa atin as individual. So these are some proposed functions of art in our lives, but are not supposed to limit other presumed ideas. There are definitely more, but considering the scope and limit of our time, we will focus on the following. First is the beauty. Next is the happiness and hope. The third one is the identity and understanding oneself. Fourth is the grief and healing. Fifth is the remembering and mark making. Sixth, a raising awareness. And then the last one is the culture and togetherness. So, when we say beauty, di ba? Okay. So, when you say beauty, kayo ba? Tignan nyo yung inyong mga wall. Kung kayo nasa bahay na nakikinig ngayon, o kung nasaan man kayo, laging may nakalagay sa wall. Tama? So, sa tingin ninyo, why do you think some people or most of the time ay ang ating mga mothers, kaya ang mga mother nature, na naghahang or nagpuput sila ng artworks sa ating mga wall ng bahay or wall ng school or wall ng office, ng building? So what is the common answer? Okay? So the connotation of beauty is debatable topic. But let us talk about prettiness and aesthetic value of art. Okay? So one of the innate qualities that pretty art can give is that It makes our dull, lifeless walls come to life. Magkaroon ng design. 'Di ba? Laging most of the time, laging hindi pala most of the time, palagi na ang gusto nating design ay aesthetic. Okay? Yung word ay aesthetic, pero yun ay aesthetic. Okay ang spelling. Hindi siya Tagalog na aesthetic. So the contrast of having something alive and dynamic to look at on something ordinary and common. Let us say a pristine white wall evokes in us an affinity towards its beauty. Though we have different notions or we have different perspectives of beauty, ano, still, it is a common denominator when we are talking about appreciating forms of art. So, beauty makes sense to most of us. Okay? Second one is the happiness and hope. So there is something about art that mirrors the soul of those willing to confront it. In a societal tone, artworks tend to echo the hopes and anxieties of an age. There is a wide range of properties of art, why it gives a sense of joy and hope to its audience. So these are the examples of the function, ano, or the happiness and hope that we or it helps us to really understand on how to appreciate art. Okay? Number one example under the happiness and hope, when paintings are placed in a daunting environment such as hospitals. Di ba? May mga artwork sa hospital. Most of the time, anong artwork yon? Jesus Christ. Di ba? Okay, kung yun ang sagot mo, tama ang, tama ang naiisip mo. So doon, nagbibigay tayo ng happiness and hope. Ano ba nangyayari sa ospital? Di ba? Kaya ka nag-hospital. Di ba? Ano yung mga scenarios na nangyayari sa ospital? Bibigyan kita ng 5 seconds. Di ba? So, yun yung mga examples. So, kaya, yung art ang tumutulong pag magbibigay ng happiness and hope. Next, the experience of process of creating art itself. The bliss of looking at a piece of imagery evoking a happy memory. Example nito, ano, pwede ba dito sir ang picture? Pwede. Di ba? Kaya nga yung mga magulang natin, lagi sila naglalagay ng pinagsama-samang medals natin na nakalagay sa frame. Pag nakikita yun ng nanay natin, natutuwa siya. Or sige, isa pa. Pag yung picture natin ng college ninyo ay naka-place na sa wall. Di ba? So, nagbibigay siya ng happiness sa inyo. Or not just only for you, but for your family and especially your parents. Okay? Next natin. Direct words from typography and graphic messages that are so relatable as if the author has read your mind and feelings. And lastly, identifying oneself with the properties of an artwork. So a homepage to something. Works addressing diaspora, displacement, and other social issues. Okay? Next natin, the third one, identity and understanding the self. So today's generation, being the me generation, is also sometimes tagged as the anxious generation. So a lot of social issues evidently reflect this struggle for identity. Nandito yung mga gender issues, disconnectedness, brought on by social media, na ang usapan ng magkakaibigan, magbabanding kayo. Pero saan kayo mga nakaharap? Sa cellphone. Okay? Regionalism and even mental health issues. So how do you think art can be a tool to address such challenges? Do you agree that we need something outside of us and tangible enough to define what are we feeling and struggling against? So sometimes we see ourselves in an artwork. Sometimes we see ourselves in the process. Okay? So art can serve as a powerful tool to help us communicate and relay our confusion. Even psychological interventions, use art as therapy to aid in processing some sensitive experiences. So, identity and understanding the self. So, sir, pwede ba dito na kunwari, nagkakaroon ako ng ah, nag, gender struggle, gender, yung hindi mo makilala, gender crisis. Ano? Pero sir, I considered myself as boy or as girl, vice versa. Pero, bakit iba yung gusto ko? Kunwari, lalaki ka, pero gusto mong color pink. Kunwari, babae ka, pero ang gusto mong color blue. So, that color doesn't define who and what you are. Colors have no gender or has no gender. So, tayo, naglalagay lang talaga tayo sa sarili natin ng gender. Ano? Yes. Next is grief and healing. So, grief and healing. Many of most humanistic products of art were made after the World War II. 20th century art mostly express human suffering and darkness in these themes. So artists such as Rachel White-Red talked about this haunting re-embrace of Holocaust victims in her work, Ghost Library. So here, she used an experiential type of artistic expression, exploring the themes of place and memory in an architectural setting. So throughout the years, artists have interpreted these shared human experiences in different ways, which also help us process our grief. Some may use art as a tool to express pain and process it in therapy. Nonetheless, it plays an important role in making grieving somehow dignified. Okay? So sometimes talaga, hindi natin napapansin, lagi lang tayo nagdo-drawing, lagi lang tayong gumagawa ng isang bagay para makalimot tayo. Ano? So, ayun pala, i-form ng art. May times na, kung mapapansin ninyo or makakapunta kayo sa museum, yung sikat na Spoliarium ni Juan Luna. Okay, so yun yung mga pangyayaring naganap during the Spanish period, pagpapahirap ng mga dayuhang Kastila sa mga Pilipino. So yun ay nagre-remember sa atin and at the same time, na pag-aaralan natin today, and nagbibigay ng mark. So yun yung panglima, remembering and mark making. So how do you think has art helped us remember? Okay? So especially mga pictures, di ba? Nakaka-remember tayo kung ano nangyayari dun sa picture kasi naranasan natin or nakita ninyo. Okay? How have artists shaped our landscape? The Monument of Rizal in Luneta Park is one of the example of a type of art that helps us remember. Sino ba si Rizal sa ating buhay? Di ba? So, yung mga monumento ni Rizal, bakit ba sa may monumento? It gives us the information or it gives or it emphasize remembering the good deeds of what Rizal do or what Rizal done for us. Especially, ano, especially sa ating pagiging Pilipino. Okay? So without the tangible characteristic of art, we will not be able to sustain our nationalistic values well enough. So we have pictures, we have films, paintings, na nagpapakita ng heroism and nationalism. Try to look up this artist, Angel of the North, by British sculptor Anthony Gormley and Anish Kapoor's Cloud Gate in Chicago. Okay? It has been considered as the largest sculpture in the world and one of the most popular. So the humongous figure of a person with airplane-like wings is situated in Gateshead, England, and was commissioned to become an identifying landmark of the region. Ganon din yung atin, Luneta Park. Naging, pag sinabing Luneta Park, automatic, ando na yung monumento ni Rizal. Okay? So, nagbibigay siya ng landmark. So, nagbibigay din siya ng identity to that place. Especially yung sa EDSA. 'Di ba? So, naalala niyo yung EDSA? So, nagbibigay siya ng information na kung saan dun sa EDSA about the EDSA People Power Revolution. May malaki doong Mama Mary. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Mama Mary ata yon. So, may malaki doong monumento ng Mama Mary na kung saan, when we say EDSA, laging traffic, tapos dito naganap yung EDSA Revolution, during the time of Ferdinand Marcos, na nagkaroon ng martial law, ayan. So, mabilis nating natatandaan. Okay? So, that's, why, or that's how art works. It helps us to remember and also it gives us mark making. Especially yung mangga. Okay, lagi sasabihin natin dito sa San Pablo, sa mangga. Sa SM, sa may mangga. Next, raising awareness. Paano ba tumutulong ang art in raising awareness? Halimbawa, yung mga poster daan, say no to drugs, mga editorial, okay, mga cartoonist na nakikita natin sa dyaryo or even sa Facebook, yung mga cartoonist na nag-upload ng pictures, ng kunwari may buaya, especially in connected sa politics. Ayan, so it helps us raising awareness kung ano ba yung nangyayari sa atin. Kung ano ba yung nangyayari sa Pilipinas. Especially, parang nakakita ko kasi doon ng indirectly, hindi nila sinasabi na Chinese. Pero syempre, alam natin yung context when we say Chinese. Si Mayor Gu was something like that. Okay? So especially pag sinabi din natin Chinese ay West Philippine Sea. So, yan, yung balota. Okay? So, it raising awareness. Yung movie, it is a form or another form of art. Okay? Hindi lang naman, di ba sabi ko nga, pag-aaral natin dito kung hanggang saan ba yung cover ng art. Okay? So, yung movie na balota, it raising awareness, it helps us to open our minds. Especially, darating na election, di ba? Napanood nyo ba yung sa Showtime na tinanong yung nasa beauty pageant? Hindi ko siya pinagtatawanan natawa lang ako bigla doon sa scenario, pero hindi ko naman pinagtatawanan yung dahil wala siyang alam. So kayo as on your generation or in this generation, dapat you should know what COMELEC means. Not just only for its meaning, kasi siya ay acronym for Commission on Elections, but also you need to know how COMELEC or what COMELEC offers to us. Okay? And syempre, darating na election, dapat kung sino yung magbibigay ba ng 500 or 1,000, yun yung iboboto natin. As long as na hindi kayo nang hihingi. Hindi ko naman kayo tinuturuan na kung saan kailangan yung iboto kung sino yung nagbigay ng pera. Hindi. Ang sa akin lang, tanggapin nyo ng tanggapin. Nagbibigay naman sila eh. Wag lang kayo manghihingi tapos hindi nyo sila boboto, something like that. So, inoferan kayo, tanggapin nyo. Then, wala namang CCTV para malaman na binoto nyo talaga sila or hindi. Diba? Pero syempre, konsensya na lang yung kalaban nyo doon. Pero konsensya na lang din yung kalaban nyo kung tatanggapin niyo yung pera, 'di ba? So vote buying 'yon. So no to vote buying, ano? So as a future educator, dapat tayo ay kumilos and mag-isip ng tama, ano? Piliin ang nararapat, okay? Piliin kung sino yung nakatutulong o nakakatulong sa atin, ano? Ayun. So dapat tama, okay? So kailangan kilalanin mo ng mga iboboto bago sila iboto. The last one is the culture and togetherness. Okay? So it is the last form of art. Ano? It is localized so that they bring identity also to a certain region, province, and etc. So this is very evident here in the Philippines, which is geographically separated by thousands of islands. We were very regionalized. Okay? So there is a sense of redemption for the past weakness of Philippines when the Spanish or the Spaniards strategized the divine and conquer method. So do you remember the national costume of Miss Universe 2019? So here we see how reigning Queen Catriona Gray wore the whole Philippines. Okay? Symbolically uniting us through her Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao inspired national costume. Okay? Indeed, it is an attempt to represent our unity and national identity as Filipinos. So what do you think about the costume? Di ba? So, yung kaniyang lava walk, okay? Si Catriona Gray. And that's all for today's topic. So, hope you understand. Then, if ever if you have questions, comment down below. Or message me, directly, or puntahan lang ako dito sa office, para tanungin. And for the application, sa long bond paper, so, as an individual who has gone through a specific set of experiences, so what kind of art would you make? Would you make? What do you want to share to others? What do you want to awaken in them? Is there something you would like to remember? Or would you like your audience to just take pleasure in the aesthetics of what you have created? Remember, there is neither right nor wrong answer for artistic interpretation. Okay? Walang mali at walang tamang sagot. I mean, walang mali ang sagot. Lahat tama. Okay? So, maaring sa isang long bond paper, maaring mag-create kayo or magdikit lang kayo ng mga picture na kung ano yung based doon sa mga sinabi ko kanina. So as an individual na kung ano ka ngayon, ano yung gusto mong ma-share sa mga kaklase mo or sa ibang taong makakakita nito. Okay, ano ba yung goal mo na i-express yung iyong sarili as a person based sa visual form. Kumbaga, yung iyong inner you ay i-express mo. Okay? So, ipe-present natin ito sa class. Okay? So, magpe-paste lang kayo or mag-simple drawing or picture na nagre-represent ng inyong sarili. And that's all for today. Ayan, thank you so much and God bless Dalaygon.